You're listening to the All Elite Podcast, your favorite AEW fan podcast for in-depth analysis and discussions about the #1 growing brand in professional wrestling today, All Elite Wrestling. This podcast is broadcasted live on YouTube, Facebook Live, and Twitch on behalf of the No Holds Barred Network. The network is your source for wrestling interviews and podcast content featuring independent wrestling and AEW. Also, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. So sit back, relax, and interact in the live chat. Enjoy the show.
How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the All Elite Podcast right here on the No Holds Barred Network, your source for all wrestling podcast content and more. I am your host, as always. I am your self-proclaimed greatest host. My name is Kyle Masters, and I'm always joined by my co-host. She's the EVP Giggles, the Heartbreak Chick, the Queen of the Indies, the Lady of the Light Tube. She's a woman of many nicknames, but we know her as Tiffany.
So, like, in 5 years, am I going to have, like, a list of, like, 20 fucking nicknames?
Yo, I said it before. You know the Jericho gif of him doing his giant list in the ring back in WCW?
Yeah.
That's you in your list of nicknames, your list of husbands, your list of everything. But welcome back, Tiff. You were here last week.
I know.
Hello again.
Hi. How's it going? Yay.
Back, you know, in your indie hiatus last week.
Dude, I'm fried, man. Like, the amount of wrestling that I watched since Wednesday was really crazy. I watched so much wrestling.
Trust me, I know. My DM from you was like every day. It was like indie this, indie that, indie this. I'm like, okay, yeah, I get it. You're watching the indies.
It's a serious time. It's a good time.
But I'm not complaining though. Like I love that you're having fun doing all that. Just don't get me wrong. In our DMs, I'm not like annoyed. Like I'm actually happy. Like you're get to like watch this stuff and cover it most of the time too, because the other fine podcasts we have in this network, you get to interview these people. So
yeah, and you never know who's gonna show up on AEW Dark or AEW Innovation. Like
Innovation. They now have a new name, guys. AEW Innovation. The new innovative wrestlers out there are gonna debut. They're just gonna come on screen and be like, "Hi, Tiffany sent me. This is AEW Innovation. My name is so and so from the Indies." Anyways,
it's great because I saw some of the people that I support on Dark and stuff. It was pretty cool. So
it's good. Yeah, I mean, Elevation, we said it before, is going to become that show. It's going to showcase all the independent, like the top independent stars of people that, you know, people like you that are like hardcore into the indies, and they're going to get their big break, right? They're going to a company where they're going to get seen. They're going to get shown on Elevation. If they like them enough, they're going to get that big money contract, right? So yeah, it's going to be nice to see. I can't wait for that to happen. It's a cool thing that Tony Khan did. Just going to shout out to everybody in the chat right now. I actually have it finally set up that I can see every single chat now. I've upgraded. So I can see everybody. I can see the Facebook chat. We got Sal Michael Lopez. What's going on? Daniel Miller. We got Play With Feelings 24, which I know is Jackie. Hello, Jackie. How are you doing today? I know you like it when I do that accent. We got Kilroy. We got Cupid Girl. She's here. Kimmy Talks Wrestling. Kimmy, you're welcome for that beautiful intro from me and Tiff. I'm glad you loved it so much. You got a lot of great reviews, apparently. Izzy Mania, actually, and her dad loved it, Tiff.
Oh, I love it.
They commented on it. Bert's here. My buddy Bert, big fan of ours. What's going on, Bert? Beating
April's
Faces.
That's
I'm
April.
guessing that's April. Yeah, I was just going to say that has to be something with April.
She's going to beat your face. Okay?
What's going on, everybody? What's going on in the live chats? Guys, if you're the audio listeners and you're watching back, you want to participate in our live chats. They're always fun. It's always great discussions talking about wrestling, especially AEW. Come on over when we're live. We're live at one time, one place, one location, one day, every week, Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time for the All Elite Podcast. We are your source for fan discussions on everything in AEW. We talk about Elevation, Innovation, Dark, Light, Dynamite, TNT, everything. We talk about all that AEW nonsense on here. Everything. And Bill Bodkin. Best friend Bill is here. What's going on, Bill?
I'm sharing the stream, guys. Share the stream.
Yeah,
Let's
share
get some
stream. If you're on
here,
YouTube,
chat
smash
with
the like
us.
button.
All
Especially
that
the
fun
like button.
stuff. Facebook likes, all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're here to talk to AEW because a lot of stuff's happened in AEW this week. And today, I guess we can call it Black Spring Cleaning Day. I mean, I could call it Black Thursday, but I think last year ended up being on a Wednesday because it was the exact same day that WWE cleaned house. And but you know, it gave us Miro, so who knows what this one's gonna give us. We'll get into that later. Kyle wears his Abaddon shirt inside out to be a closer. I don't have an Abaddon shirt, and I don't want an Abaddon shirt.
You should let me buy you one.
I will not let you buy one for me because I will return to sender.
That's rude.
You can have it.
That's just. I hate T-shirts. Okay.
Yeah, best friends. We are the best friends. Me and Bill. We had a good show last week. Bill, thank you for coming on last week.
Thanks for letting me have my indie love. And actually, me and Bill were messaging about our boy Marcus Matters as well. So I don't know, man. All the good things that we see, I hope we see them in AEW one day.
So it looks like Mojo Rawley was also released. I guarantee you that the Hype Bros will make their reunion in Impact Wrestling, guaranteed. I think Chelsea's probably going back to Impact as well. Chelsea Green and her bride character, which is like the best character in the world. Like, I can't believe WWE never pulled the trigger on that. So, anyways, before we get anywhere, guys, it's April, the month of April. As you know, April showers bring May flowers.
Yeah.
So they say, which, I don't know. Up here where I am is like the weather's just so up and down. Who knows what it's going to bring. But being April, we have a sponsor for this month.
We do.
And that sponsor is Manscaped. And don't let me tell you guys about Manscaped. How about we let our friends at the 5 Second Rule podcast, who've done our wonderful audio commercial, tell you guys about Manscaped and the wonderful things Manscaped brings. So here they are, the 5 Second Rule, letting you guys know about Manscaped.
Hi, I'm Kyle.
And I'm Kyle. And we're here for Kyle.
Today's special product, Manscaped.
Are you looking like a Sasquatch around your crotch? Well, don't just take it from us. Take it from WWE Hall of Famer Dusty Rhodes.
Listen, Daddy, if the dream knows about anything, it is Manscaped. And I used to cruise down the boulevard with Sapphire with my balls looking like a Thanksgiving Day turkey, baby. They were so smooth and nice, and I did it by using the Lawnmower 3.0, Daddy. And the best thing about it, moisture resistant, waterproof, Daddy. I'm talking about my nuts used to look like a water slide, baby. Not anymore, because the hair is gone. It looks like Stone Cold Steve Austin's head. It is so nice, baby. Don't leave you downstairs looking dusty. Take it from the dream.
Nothing means nothing without Manscaped, brother, yeah.
And now, a song from the Jobbers.
Don't run me the wrong way. I've been chafing all day. I need a Manscaped. When it hurts real bad and you can smell my ass, I need a Manscaped. Don't sweat it. I need a Manscaped. Don't sweat it. Oh, I need a Manscaped. Oh, I need a Manscaped. I need a Manscaped. Yeah. Don't sweat it. Don't sweat it. Oh, I need a Manscaped. 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 Yeah.
Need the Manscaped.
Thank you, Anthony and the friends at 5 Second Rule podcast for making that beautiful commercial. And Dusty Rhodes, too, for letting us in on, and kid you guys not, the EVP Giggles over here is literally laughing from start to finish of that audio commercial. She's still laughing now. God, what are we saying in the chat now? Why do we keep talking about my balls? Can we enough with my balls, okay? They're smooth now. I got Manscaped, they're smooth. Okay, I don't got no hairy bush. Okay, shit's all clean down there.
Oh my god.
It's great, okay? I got the ball deodorant, you know, the crop reviver. It's great. Balls are smell nice.
Oh my god.
I have fun doing this podcast now, and I have fun knowing, guys, that my balls are clean. And you know what? Thank you to Manscaped for giving us a promo code just for you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, you can save 20% and free shipping at checkout with code AEPSHAVE. Oh god, Tiff, your camera is so wonky on that.
Doing to me.
I forgot to adjust it in this screen. You're gonna be like that for now. That's okay. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, code AEPSHAVE at checkout. Save 20% and free shipping on your order. They have a lot of cool stuff in this website, guys. You won't be disappointed, especially even the Lawnmower 3.0. I can vouch for you guys that shit works. It's amazing. They also got a lot of cool stuff on there too. They got like a pair of boxers you can buy, a bath mat, the t-shirt, which is very, very comfortable. Like if you guys like that Under Armour material, get the t-shirt. They have a lot of cool stuff on there. You can more than just a grooming kit. They have a lot of cool stuff in there. Go check it out. Manscaped.com. Use the code AEPSHAVE. Let them know that we sent you. Save 20% and free shipping.
Oh man, I can't. Anthony, you are too much.
He's the best. Thank you, Anthony, for that. Like you have no idea how much
Anthony.
I meant. Like he
God, I can't.
when he first sent it to me, like I told him, like, man, you have no idea. I was just peeing myself laughing when he first sent it to me. Then I messaged him like, dude, like I am beyond humble for that. Like you guys didn't need to go that far. I thought he was just gonna do the Dusty voice, and that was it. And he literally got his podcast to do like the whole song and everything. And that was way over the top. Yeah. But anyways, we got to talk about AEW. You know what? We'll talk, Tiff. We got to talk about it because it's the hot topic. I like starting off our podcast hot with whatever's hot in wrestling right now, the hot topics. And she can dance. She can dance here. If you guys are not watching, she's dancing on a stream. So if you're an audio listener, let's come back and watch on YouTube. Watch Tiffany dance. I know you're here just to watch her dance. You're not here for me. I'm not going to dance because I suck at dancing. So.
All right.
I'm going to sing that all night. Yes, Jack, you see, literally, when I first heard that, I was singing that all night. And every time I
know.
Every time I voice chat with him now, Anthony, I'm like, I need a Manscaped.
Oh
Tiffany, like, adjust yourself, man. You're blurry.
I didn't even do anything.
The focus. Like, put your hand up to the camera. It'll focus. Okay. Wait for it.
Hold on.
On my screen is showing you're not focused.
It shows I'm focused.
Okay, if you're focused, then I'm focused. Well, people in the chat let us know if Tiffany's not focused. But anyways, while we continue to talk here, we got to talk about, I guess it was Black Thursday 2021. So big crop of WWE talent were released. We remember last year there was a big crop as well. Tiffany turns her camera off. That's okay. Now she's back. Oh, look, she's fine now. You're not blurry anymore. Hello.
Might be a Zoom.
Hi, Tiffany.
Could be Zoom. It could have been Zoom.
Welcome back, Tiff.
Hi, welcome back.
Okay, so all right, so we're good now. But anyways, last year it gave us Miro, it gave us I don't think FTR was part of it, but they're close. So we got FTR out of it last year too. Now, the ongoing discussion that's been going on with AEW lately, Tiff, and we talk about it all the time too, like their roster is huge. Like they have in a way, it's huge because when you watch the product, you're watching like Elevation, Dark, and Dynamite, right? You see a lot of people. I think a lot of the times people kind of forget not a lot of those people are actually signed with the company.
Right.
They're just jared to get a payday because Tony Khan is giving them paydays for being there because of COVID, right? So like they can come there and get their shot in, and if they get impressed some coaches and trainers backstage, then they might get an actual full-time contract. If you guys need to see who's actually on the roster, it's simple, quite really. You just go to AEW.com and click roster. And then you see who's actually signed with the company. And it's big, but it's not as big, I think, as people are making it out to be.
Right.
So I understand that we shouldn't be signing everybody that gets released from WWE. That's like the wrong idea. You don't want to go in that direction. You're supposed to be building new stars, which AEW is building new stars. Look at all the big stars that they look at. Darby Allin looked like a fucking monster last night. Look what they did with him. Look what have they been doing with him. Darby is literally one of their best stars right now. Is one of their top stars. If you're gonna come up to me and say that Darby Allin is not in the top 10 in AEW, then you're wrong. I don't care. You're wrong.
Can we like rewind back to like the beginning when we started AP and I was like, you're gonna love this guy, you're gonna love him, and look, here we are.
Tiff was all about this guy because Tiff was seeing him in the indies a lot before AEW, and she's like, this guy's gonna be money. Like Tiffany knew she had that second sense or that third sense, whatever it's called, the sixth sense.
Once in a while, like there's somebody that like pops like hard for me. So, but this is why I do the indie interviews. Mm-hmm. So you never know who you're gonna see.
Out of that crop, I look at on paper who I think would be good in AEW. Mm-hmm. Only, unfortunately, 2 names stand out to me out of the crop. Which I'm not saying everybody else sucks or they're not good. Mm-hmm. The only 2 that stand out to me that I would love to see in AEW are Samoa Joe, and the other one, it's not that I wouldn't not love to see. The other one is just because I think she's coming anyways because of her husband. I think Peyton Royce for sure is coming to AEW. I don't know about Billy Kay. I know people are like, oh, the Iconics in AEW. I'm like, I wasn't a big. I loved the Iconics. Hey, they're funny.
Or at NXT, yeah.
But
that's how I feel.
If AEW could do something better with them, sure, because they're a comedic act, and I saw a lot of people. I did agree with people saying, just imagine Billy Kay and her like comedy in the BT skits with the Dark Order.
Oh my god!
And I'm like, okay, then I'm sold on that. If she's gonna be on BT all the time with the Dark Order and maybe be part of the Dark Order too, or do skits with them, sure.
Yeah. I can see it.
Samoa Joe number 1 though, because Samoa Joe, it's a damn shame that guy was never a world champion in WWE. How was that guy never a world champion?
That seems to be the thing that everybody was saying on social earlier.
How?
Like, I don't know.
And someone posted the clip.
But we can say that about a lot of people.
But for sure, Samoa Joe is like, he's top tier talent. He's like, I told Tiff earlier, like, I don't agree with signing everybody from WWE, but because Samoa Joe got released, that's like if a Rollins got released or maybe not close to Styles got released or someone top tier in WWE getting released. That's who you go for. Right. You don't go sign all the bottom tier talent or the mid card talent just to throw them over. Joe is a guy you get.
So huge. Their roster's so huge, and again, like there's so much good talent out there, and then it's between the fact of like the big companies of grabbing is like AEW and WWE to grab anybody that gets like released or whatever. So I always like worry about that because I don't want it to take away from what we do have on the roster, and there is a lot of great talent on the roster that should be on Dynamite.
You also got to think too, Joe can put those guys over.
Right. I mean, the other thing too, and this is what I was saying to Kyle, that me personally, I always say it, I've been saying it for as long as we've been doing AP. I don't like everybody like grabbing people from WWE, but if you're going to come back and recreate a character, it's got to be worthy. Like I talked about Jon Moxley. I wasn't a fan of Dean Ambrose, and now I love Jon Moxley. So you have to go like Miro. Like I'm not sold yet. I'm just not sold with Miro.
What about his promo this week, though? That was good.
It was good, but it just
that got me hyped for what's coming.
Well, hopefully it goes in a better direction, and I'm glad that AEW always seems to prove me wrong, and that's what I hope for. So, but I told Kyle this before. I was like, it always sits with me that I don't like it at first, but then usually I'm 100% in after a little bit. So I need a little time.
Brad mentioning in the chat, Kalisto now going under Kalistico. He would be dope. He's like a guy that you want to see go in like with a Rey Fenix, because they're like the same type of wrestler, right? Like these two would kill it. So. We'll see. I would love 100%. I would love Samoa Joe. I only see Peyton because like her and Sean have a house. I think it's in Jacksonville or it's in Tampa. They have a house together. They're together. She's always wanted to get that breakout, and I think she could help the division a little bit. I mean, Chelsea Green would, but I honestly think Chelsea Green's going to Impact 100%.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are thinking that, but we also still have like the 90 days clause, and then see, I'm always gonna call her
July. Is it July? Is it like, 90 days? Like. I hate that.
But what about when I said like Aleister Black and
apparently I read today that he's not going anywhere because they apparently have plans for him. And I'm like, of course you have plans for him because you don't want to let him go.
Well, not Aleister Black. Who am I thinking of?
I thought you were thinking of Aleister Black.
Charlotte Flair's husband.
Oh, Andrade.
Yeah, him.
Yeah,
and
they're the same thing.
Like I would love that in like AEW.
Oh, Andrade. Eventually, but I think he's
like I'd be all for that.
I think he's going to AAA or CMLL. Apparently, I think I saw him tweeting a picture of him flying somewhere. So, July 24th, Kilroy, okay, or 14th. God, I hate that stupid rule. I hate that rule. Me and Tiff were talking about today. That's so dumb. Like, let these wrestlers just live their life. Like, why do you have to hold on to them for 9 days? I understand the business side of it, sure, but like, come on, like, give me a break. To me, it's so petty. It's such a petty thing. That's my opinion. People might just go, oh, well, it's the business, Kyle. Yeah, whatever.
I mean, the only good thing, like me and Kyle were saying, is that it does give that chance to heal if they were wrestling or whatever, that they get to take that break, that mental break, and just like prepare themselves for their next step in life. So, I mean, that's good because then you have like wrestlers that wrestle all the time and need that break, like this weekend with everything that was going on in Tampa.
Speaking of, we got to talk about that. Moxley.
Yes.
Just proving to the entire wrestling world again why this guy is literally the best wrestler in the world. Dude, oh my God.
Bloodsport. Did you watch it? Like,
I saw an extended highlight clip, to be honest. So I got the majority of the match.
So good.
And oh my God, like that was my like. See, I haven't sat there and watched a full on Bloodsport match yet, like from start to finish. This is the farthest I've seen because the highlight video basically showed almost the entire match, and I'm going, damn, I didn't know it was like that hardcore. And he got busted open.
Yeah,
he got very busted open.
That's why I told you, like, what we saw in Maryland at Full Gear is not what I'm used to. Like, I'm used to full gore. Like, let's go.
But
like,
the fact of him showing up there, fighting on Bloodsport, and then showing up in GCW and
he's going after Nick Gage.
Nick
Cage just won back the GCW belt.
Like, are you kidding me? Like,
yes,
he just exploded the freaking wrestling world.
Give it to me. Give it. I wish I was in Tampa. Like, I'm so mad.
You know what's funny? I kind of felt bad too at the same time watching Renee tweet. And like so scared for her husband, and she gets so like pissed too. She's like, "Damn it!" Like every time he like gets busted open, she goes, "Oh, here we go again."
Oh man, I should make Kyle watch Nick Gage versus Ricky Shane Page, and like even the ref Kyle, like he had to like pull off all his shows the next day because he got sliced, and he went and got stitches.
Wait, the referee got sliced?
Yeah.
I've never seen the ref take a bump that bad.
Oh, Kyle, I have so much to teach you.
Oh, Kyle.
Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do another watch along on our Twitch channel.
Oh, that'd be
we'll
cool.
Watch something like that. Like we'll make Kyle watch like a really gory death match.
That'd be dope.
Like I babied him in. I babied him in with Gangone and our girl Casey. So now I think it's time that I bring Kyle into the rails of like real death match.
Good for Moxley, man. Especially because he's doing that representing AEW too. So that's doing a lot for AEW as well at the same time. So it was really cool to see. I did kind of tune into Mania a little bit just because I had to watch my buddy Kevin Owens, because if you guys can't see in the background there, it's his plaque when he won the Universal title for the first time. I'm a massive Kevin Owens fan. I've been a fan of his since he was Kevin Steen in Ring of Honor. And I even remember the day he signed and went to NXT, I was losing my shit. And then they got El Generico, and I'm like, oh my God. And like, this is like, history here between these two at Mania. And I had to just tune in. And I was curious too. Like, curiosity is always going to get the better of me. And you know what? I didn't mind WrestleMania. I'm going to say right now, I didn't mind it. It didn't feel like WrestleMania, my personal opinion. Because I've been to a WrestleMania. I've watched WrestleMania all my life. That didn't feel like WrestleMania. Maybe it's because I haven't been watching. I didn't get that WrestleMania feel. Some of the matches were, I'm like, they could have done that on Raw or something. But it was a pretty long weekend for a lot of people. And then now we're back into the AEW normal swing of things. And we're on the road to Double or Nothing. And basically, I think we're also on the road, I guess we could say, to Blood and Guts. Did you see the poster they released?
No, I didn't see the poster.
So they kind of played off the old War Games WCW poster, and they kind of did it like can't even speak English. Kind of like a version of it. It looks so cool. But God, I guess we're on the road to that, because May 4th is going to be a Dynamite that's, if they got 1.2 million tonight, they're going to do a lot on that night.
Okay, I just pulled it up. That's cool.
Isn't that a cool poster?
Yeah, let me share this now. If you guys didn't see it, it's on my Twitter page.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
Yes, Kimmy, you did beat me in your prediction. So Kimmy talks wrestling. Friend of me and Tiff's. We did a special intro for her. and she asked me if I could be on her prediction panel. I'm like, I'm telling you, I haven't been watching, but I'll do my best. So I went on her podcast and did predictions, and yeah, of course, Kimmy, you beat me. You're gonna beat me if you watch WWE every single day. I did. I was 7-5 though. That's pretty good. I was up. I wasn't down. But yeah, AEW now again on the road to Double or Nothing. We got Blood and Guts on the first Dynamite of May. Oh, got my stupid headphone cord. So I'm excited. Again, it was a big week for AEW this week as well. A lot went on. A lot's been going on. Even on like from BTE till now, a lot's been happening, especially surrounding the Young Bucks.
BTE is not the same. It's like,
so I wonder if now we're gonna have it back to the same, Tiff, because the Young Bucks have now basically converted back to their New Japan style, like gimmicks in a way, but different because they kind of change it up. You know, it's like Kenny. Kenny's back at being the cleaner, but it's different. You know what I mean? Right. So the Young Bucks are back to their New Japan style, but it's different.
We'll see. I don't know.
So hopefully,
I mean, I don't know. It's just like it's been hard for me to watch BTE lately. I don't know.
You know, like all of us, Tiff, we only watch for the Dark Order segments. That's the only reason why we watch.
Well, I used to watch for the Young Bucks, but yeah, the Dark Order
they go
stuff
back,
is
though.
good.
But what are you expecting?
Let's just talk about that because I feel like that's the only thing that sticks out, the whole Dark Order scene. And we were talking about that number 5 with the thing stuffing down his pants and it's like the big dick. Like,
yeah. I hate that comparison too, Sal. I know I hate when people compare AEW to WCW. Like it's not the same.
Yeah,
it's not the same. They take stuff from it because some of the stuff was really cool and people loved, and they try to put that into this company with their own spin on it. I can respect that. Respect the game.
Right.
But yeah, BT. Okay, like, what are you expecting out of the Young Bucks? What do you want then? What do you want to see back on BT from the Young Bucks? What do you want to see?
I miss like the little skits. Like, of course, like I have like my favorite moments. I miss the little like candy skits that used to go on with Scorpio Sky. I mean, obviously, like we don't have like we can't do like the Matt autograph because there's barely any like meet and greets anymore. It's kind of hard because we're still in the pandemic.
Yeah,
so
they're kind of like stuck with being at Daly's place and thinking of stuff on.
So we don't see too much of like the traveling anymore. Just I don't know.
Maybe that's it.
I can't pin it exactly, but. And then they started getting like longer. I mean, me personally, like I like 12 minutes.
Oh, they used to be very long. Was it a couple months
ago? Yeah, now
like
sometimes they're like too long, and I'm like, okay, I don't have time.
They've been short lately. They've been way short.
They've been short. I don't know. I don't think everything's been, all the skits have been great.
Right.
So
again, we watch for the Dark Order stuff. The Dark Order's been doing a little bit of, they've been including their stuff, which is funny. I like the part this week where they were. Only Stu could see Statlander up on the couch who was doing the Anna J pose, and everyone else was kind of like calling him crazy. Like, what are we talking about? We don't see anybody up there. And like Statlander was just sitting there being Anna J, and it's funny. And then they make fun of Five all the time. The last 2 weeks have been referring to Five's, what Johnson down there. Last week they did the whole shrimp thing. This week, I don't know what was in his pants. I don't know if he went and grabbed a tennis ball tube or what. Shoved something down there, and then they're all freaking out. And I genuinely laughed at one part of Hangman just nonchalantly just going to the front, snapping a picture, and then walking away out of frame. And he just gone. And they're all taking selfies with.
I love it. That's great.
These two, this group is so funny. They have come a long way. The Dark Order. I love it, and they're one of the most popular teams and things going in AEW today. So the one thing I want them to do, and someone made a suggestion. I saw a thread and I retweeted the one part of the thread. And Tiffany will agree with this. They need to start incorporating BT on Dynamite. Because a lot of stuff happens on BT that transfers over to Dynamite.
It's so separate.
And some people are like, hey, what? Like, so I've seen people confused on Twitter. And then people are in the chat, oh, you got to watch BT. It's like, in a way, they should watch BT, but in a way, you kind of can't. It's not really fair to them. It's not really fair to the people that don't watch it on a regular basis. People have lives. They can't always just watch BT every week. They'll get to it. Like, eventually. They may wait till Saturday to watch it. So I think they need to start incorporating it on Dynamite to get people to maybe actually do tune in every Monday.
Yeah.
So I, for sure, want to see more BTE stuff on Dynamite, 100%. 100%. I know they show it, but they need to make mention of it. They need to be like, oh, this happened on BTE. Like, you know what I mean? Like they need to start doing more of that. Maybe not everything, because like the whole Vicky Guerrero, Nyla, and Ryzen thing is they play two different characters. Like they play different characters on BT than they do on Dynamite. Clearly, the whole like nun thing and the stuff for sale. And then Ryzen this week, he was chewing blue chews, and he thought they were candy. Oh man,
Blue chew.
that's funny. Anyways, Elevation was all right. I mean, I'm loving that they are featuring a lot of like the newer people on Elevation more than
My boys, main event and Ken Broadway.
Yeah.
What year?
Yeah, I can do it too.
Oh God.
Why do you shake your head when I do that?
Because you're a Canadian.
I can do that.
You're a Canadian.
What am I going to say then? I don't have a your thing up here.
Hey.
No, that doesn't work. That's not fun. That's not fun. I want to say your.
Oh Lord, help me.
That is fun as hell. I do it to our boys. Heel
pops and chair shots.
Heel pops and chair shots. I can say it.
Basic you're.
Yeah, I'm the basic here. Yeah.
You're
Anyways,
a basic white bitch.
Thank you. I'll take it. Sure. Anywho, Rihu. Speaking of Rihu, where the hell is she? Where was Riho been? Where's my girl Rihu?
Put her on a milk carton.
She came back. She came back. She went in the tournament, and then she's just gone. Like, where the hell has she been? Does anyone know? Anyone in the chat? Do you guys know where Rihu's been? Riho.
Put her on a milk carton.
I'm gonna do that. If no one knows, I'm gonna crop it and I'm gonna do it. I bet you someone knows. Guarantee someone's got the deets.
Brad, you're in the chat. Brad. You know Brad.
Our resident reporter Brad, let us know where Rihu is.
Oh my God.
Anyways, so Dynamite this week. Yeah, it drew 1.2 million.
Yeah.
It hasn't drew in a million.
I
don't remember the last time it did. I don't remember if Winter is Coming drew 1 million. I don't think so. I think it drew close. I think the last time they had 1 million, if I'm not mistaken, was in like one of the first couple of Dynamites.
Wait, can I make a shout out?
Sure.
Fat ass Moz is in the chat.
Stop
Hi.
it. Hey.
Yes. It's the super fan. I love it.
Masa, thank you for watching. We appreciate it. We love you. We love you. Thank you.
Yes. So awesome.
Yes. Drew 1.2 million. Fantastic. Good for AEW. They did it. They had a good show. Last night's show was great. It was really well put together. The flow was nice for last night's show. I really did appreciate the flow of it. And a lot happened on last night's show. A lot. And you know what? We're building more storylines, it looks like, towards Double or Nothing. I mean, it did not go without its mistakes. You know, there is stuff we need to talk about. It is. There's no wrestling show out there that's perfect. You cannot sit here and tell me there's a show out there that goes perfect from start to finish, week by week by week by week. No. So we talk about when something's bad happens, we talk about it. So AEW is this. Okay, so I saw mixed reactions with this. So, and Tiffany, at first you had that reaction, but you know, I'm sure you thought about it too. So the opening contest we actually started with the Young Bucks and the Lucha Brothers, which I was shocked. I'm like, okay, whoa. I thought we were gonna like maybe close with this, but I'm glad that they did the TNT title as a main event. That makes a lot more sense. Yeah. But the beginning, the tag team match, wow. These two put on close to a 30-minute match on a Dynamite. And it lived up. I mean, it was a title match. It was a title match. It was for the championships. It was a big fight feel. Like, there was a lot of times in this match where I honestly thought the Lucha Brothers were going to win. There was a lot of times at the end, Tiff, where I'm like, oh, shit. Like, when Pac hit the Black Arrow, I thought that was done. I'm like, oh, my God. They're actually going to do it. And, like, Ray was, like, holding, was it Matt back? And I'm like, oh, my God, they're actually going to change the title because I didn't think he was going to push him into them.
Right.
I was, okay, I love the match. Hey.
Yeah.
And we got to talk about the Young Bucks. Their new look.
The gear.
So I guarantee you that's done by Denise Cutler. Shout out to you.
Love you.
We love your gear.
Yeah, she always does great stuff. I didn't get a chance to.
No, I'm going to call her friend of the podcast. She is a friend of the podcast. A friend of the podcast, Denise, just like friend of the podcast, Danny Limelight, who's been getting a lot of attention lately, and he's getting a theme done by Mikey Ruckus, which is huge too. So, good for you, Danny. Shout outs to you again. But yeah, Denise, shout outs to you for that gear because that was on point. But the balls of the Young Bucks to wear, I don't know how to pronounce it. Those Nikes. The Dior is it Dior? Is that how you say Dior?
Yeah, it's
Dior?
It's the Dior. Yeah, I call it Dior, but that's that.
Wow.
That's that Queen's accent.
The Queen. I'm walking here.
I don't know why you think I say that. Like I don't.
I don't say that. You know, I got my dog in the other room, and I'm gonna eat some hot dogs.
I do have a dog in the other room.
Then I'm gonna go drink some coffee.
Stress.
Oh,
God help me! Like what the heck is going on here? Can we talk about Matt's chandelier bandana?
Oh, okay. I thought you wanted to talk about his actual chandelier. I'm like, you know his chandelier?
Hey yo! What are you doing? This is why you can't say it. Just stop.
Wow. You can't tell me what I can and cannot say, Tiff.
Oh Lord help me.
That is rude.
So are you, okay?
We gotta talk about the gear though. Gear is on fleek. Gonna say that, you know, hashtag wrestling fashion. Shout outs to you, Queen of NE for and JPQ. Yeah. I mean, they are on point. I love the new look. I don't know how I feel about the chandelier headband though. That's kind of weirding me out. I don't know what it is.
I liked it.
Wouldn't that get distracting? You know, you're wrestling, you just get the little thumblies like this.
The little thumblies? Is that what you call it?
Like I'm doing my hand, making it look like I have chandeliers right now. It's like, here, let me go for a destroyer. Oh no, wait, I can't see you. I can't see you. Hang on, let me.
What is he, John Cena? You can't see me? Like, what the heck is going on right now?
I don't know. It's interesting. I like the whole new attitude that the Bucks have been having. You see their bio? They changed their bio is basically like a status update.
I love it.
Do you remember like the MSN status, the messenger updates? Mm-hmm. Did you ever?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I remember. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
You know what annoyed me back then for that? When people used to like sign in and out like over and over again. It's like, hey, like I get it. Like, sure, like you had like 8 of them pop up on the right side of your screen. It's like who wants to talk? I never did that. I wasn't one of those people. But anyways, yeah, they like, and then they tweet out, read our bio or bio change or whatever they've been tweeting out.
Bio update.
Update. So it's great. I love this new attitude. And we saw too, like later on the night when they were in the parking lot, it felt like Bullet Club all over again. Like it felt like New Japan Bullet Club. The band's back together. I love it. Like people have been screaming for this. People have been wanting to see the New Japan Bucks and the New Japan Kenny in AEW and see what they're going to do with it. And we're finally getting it.
I love it. Doesn't matter to me with the Young Bucks. They could be face, they could be heel. They're just great. At least they could play both sides, which is great, and you could still love them. Yeah. So
we're big fans here. If you didn't know, like you even see the book there in my background there on the shelf, the autograph book I have. Big Young Buck fans here.
I got stuff in the back.
I was so happy. I was losing my mind when they came out. I'm like, oh my god, this look, this, and then the way they won was even like the heelest they've ever won a match in a long time. They literally ripped Rey Fenix's mask clean off, and you know, obviously he can't see. He's covering his face. You know, he doesn't want to expose his face. He's doing the normal luchador thing. They got doubles, super kicked, and that was it.
Yeah, it was a good match.
Yeah, Bullet Club for life. Sal too sweet. It was great. I very much enjoyed the whole beginning of that. Solid match. But Tiffany, most importantly, excuse me, what did you think of the one, the only, Iron Mike Tyson as a special enforcer? Yeah, baby. Yo, hold up. First of all, I know I'm going too quick and too forward here. Props to Cash Wheeler for taking the nastiest right hook.
Oh, that was
from Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was crazy.
See,
absolutely crazy.
So the sound, you guys in wrestling, when they do when wrestlers are, you know, quote unquote punching each other in wrestling, they do the whole miss thing, and then they have their hand there to make that smack sound, right? To make it sound like they're actually punching skin to skin. Iron Mike Tyson's left hand was down by his hip. So that sound that you heard was literally skin on skin, fist on face. And I'm like, oh, oh. Unless if I didn't catch it, unless Cash did a thigh slap to help that out. I don't know. I didn't really zoom in to see. But I was like, damn. Yeah. If he did take a punch there from Mike Tyson, props to you. Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna. You okay there, Jackie? She goes, my man took that punch. I felt that pain.
Yo, like props it, and I'm now a Pinnacle simp, so like, I was happy, and I was like, damn man, like poor Cash Wheeler. But this was a good match. Yeah. Okay, like it was a good old school type match, like Jericho and Dax going at it. It was good.
I love like Mike Tyson, like with pulling the bat, pulling the chair, like it just like pissing people off.
This was at least better than what we got with him last time. Remember last time the camera actually cut to him like napping for a second?
Yeah.
So like, and he just sat in the chair, and then they did the whole like the one where like him and Jericho had to stare down whatever, and there was the randoms backing him up. But yeah, at least he got involved, and he got involved in the right way too. And I'm loving this whole Pinnacle and Inner Circle feud. I'm loving it. We're leading up to Blood and Guts. Their Blood and Guts match is going to be very, very good.
Blood and Guts.
I'm wondering. I wonder if Tyson's going to be there now, because he's now part of the.
Good. He's the honorary, right?
Yeah, honorary member of the Inner Circle, whatever the hell that means.
That would be funny. Like, I wonder like how they're going to do this. Maybe he could just be sitting somewhere, or I don't know.
Well, it's going to be an enclosed cage, so unless he's going to be like the enforcer on the outside, if you try to escape, I'm going to knock you out.
Yeah. That would be funny, like a skit that like MJF comes out of the door and then he just knocks him and he goes flying back into the ring.
And he just sells the hell out of it, yeah.
Yeah, and then we have to like check on our friend Maria, like.
Bill says handcuffed to Tully, like. I'd be scared if I was Tully. No. If he's handcuffed to Tully, if I was Tully, I'd be shitting bricks. And I'm like, oh yeah, Mike, I'll sit down. Don't worry, buddy. Just calm down. They actually let Mike talk this week. You see that in the backstage segment? Yeah. He cut a promo. I'm like, okay, they're letting him just cut a promo. Okay. It wasn't bad. I didn't mind it.
His voice always gets to me.
His lisp. Yeah, the famous Mike Tyson lisp. It's classic. It's great.
I feel like it doesn't match his body though.
His look, right? Like with the
like
face
his
tattoo
voice.
And
no, his voice. It doesn't match his body. Like
you just see him like this guy, like is angry. I come out to with like a face tattoo and go like with Jericho, I'm gonna call this match down the middle.
I can't deal.
I'm not playing sides here, Chris Jericho. Okay.
Oh man, I can't.
But I mean, I didn't mind that whole segment. It was all right. It was a good match.
Hey, good way to build
it was fine with it. I was fine with it.
Yeah, it all makes sense.
What else happened on Dynamite?
Jade and Red Velvet.
Yeah, so Jade and Red Velvet had a match.
Oh, so good.
1-on-1. I love Jade's entrance, man.
I just right. Haven't I been saying this for like the long? I love her. I love her look. You've been a huge fan of Red Velvet. Like oh man,
the whole look of Jade is great. Like she's jacked. She's tremendous shape. I love the whole entrance though. The gear and everything. The pyro is on point, and she had a good match with Red Velvet. I mean, it was shorter than I was expecting it to be.
That's okay.
But I mean, the point here is to make Jade Cargill a absolute beast. Like that's the number one job that they're doing in AEW. Speaking of women, like Britt, did you see like Britt's segment? She mentioned, I loved how she mentioned the rankings, and like she made a big deal out of it. And she's like, look, Red Velvet has a loss. I move up into the number 2 spot. See, I like when they do that. Because they always post the rankings every Wednesday, right? Right. And they kind of mention it on TV, but they don't really give like too much out of it. There's like, oh, this person's ranked this one, but there's no reason why or what they did to it. Britt's kind of like doing that. She's like, I'm moving up because I have the better record, and Velvet now has a 2 as a loss, and I have the only one. So she moves up, and she's gonna be watching the title match, which is happening next week. I cannot wait for this. Okay. I'm going to sound like such a homer here, and I'm going to sound like such a biased person, but give me Ty Conti in the championship next week, please.
Oh, please, Kyle she's so good. We will hear Kyle. Like, he will mark the hell out. He's been, like, her fan since the beginning, like, before. Since day
one I seen her in the Mae Young Classic.
And yeah, he loves her. Like, yeah.
And then
I'm for it. I'm for it.
Yeah. I just want her to win the belt. I don't care. I know. I mean, I'm a big Sheeta fan too because I have sheet of t-shirts and all that stuff, but I want Tay Conti to win the belt. Just give her the damn belt. Just give it to her. She's so good. She's so freaking good in the ring. Like, her judo has really, really done amazing for her work in the ring.
Absolutely.
Conrad from Everything Pro Wrestling joining the chat.
shout out.
What's going on, Conrad? What's up, baby? Let me see, I can do it now.
Will
Yep.
you stop? Like, I'm going to smack you.
Don't worry, Conrad. It's all good, buddy. But yeah, give me Tay Conti win the belt next week. I cannot wait for that match next week. That's gonna be an amazing match. We've seen these two team together and the chemistry they had. Watch them have like they're gonna have the best chemistry in ring facing each other.
I love the fact that it's like now we're starting to get like a really good women's division, right? Like everybody complained, blah blah blah. Now and then we got two matches last night, and like
you see what it is? Patience, people. Patience is a virtue. This is why this sentence is said all the time. Patience is a virtue. I cannot wait. I mentioned it earlier. Miro had a backstage promo, which was really good. It got me amped. I know like we haven't seen anything from him yet, but it gets me amped for the fact that I think they're going to pull the trigger now on him being a beast. He says in the promo, "I'm moving on, kid, with or without you. You don't want to come with me? Fine. I'm going, and I'm going to." He put all the belt holders on notice. Yeah, he's like, "I don't care if you're a tag team, a TNT, a world champion. I'm coming for you." And I'm like, "Okay, this is what we should have gotten Miro in the beginning. I'm sorry. That should have been from day one. That should have been the Miro we got. But at least we're getting it now, and I hope they do something with it.
Let him loose.
What if, Tiff? What if this is leading to Darby and Miro at Double or Nothing? What if he's going to plow his way there, like in the next couple of weeks? He's just going to run through people, climb up the rankings, like go skyrocket, start beating people in the rankings for the TNT belt, and then we get Miro and Darby at the pay-per-view. I wouldn't mind that. I'm just saying, I wouldn't mind that.
I'm all for it, man. Like, I still think Archer should be like going after this, but that's me personally. But again, like I said, they need to do something with him because I'm not excited with him yet. So you said like this was the start, and I hope it brings me there because that's what I like.
And that was a good promo. Like that was, I'm like, oh, why can't we get this Miro every week? Give me this Miro every week. And this is the Miro that people have been screaming for since coming to AEW. Ever since he came to AEW and has done this best man crap. Like, it's like, okay, it's Miro, but it's like, what is he doing for Kip and what is Kip doing for him? Nothing. Nothing. They had a good story with the best friends, sure. They had a good payoff match, sure. But Miro on his own is the better Miro.
Right.
So.
I agree. Yeah. Definitely agree. So I hope they build him to be a beast, and I hope I'm proved wrong. So, but I'm not excited yet. So let's go.
We had a girl Statlander return.
Oh, yes. Is it weird to you? Because, like, I said this to Rob, shout out to Bob Culture Podcast. I said this to him last night. I was like, isn't it kind of weird? I was like, I'm so used to her with, like, the blonde hair, and now she's got, like, the brown hair that I'm, like, confused.
And the full makeup.
I like it.
And now it's like half her face is regular face.
No, but it's not the makeup. The hair just, like, threw me off, I think.
The makeup did it for me, because before she had, like, the full-on, like, face makeup going. Now it's only the one corner of her eye, and the rest of her face is exposed. And she's a beautiful girl, like, naturally. So, like, good for her. Yeah. She's back. She's gotten in better. Like, she got in really good shape, by the way. So her off time, she really must have just cracked down and just went nuts because she was in good shape before, but she got in better shape. If that makes any sense. I'm not trying to shame anybody here. Yeah. But she looked good. I love the whole boop thing. I missed the boop thing.
Yes.
That was the big thing for me. I missed the boop thing. The one thing I didn't like though, Tiff, I have a criticism here.
Okay.
How I know she's part of like the best friends, which I don't think she should, like, she doesn't need to be. I understand it, but she doesn't need to be. I didn't like that she came out to Orange Cassidy's theme.
Yeah, but we go back into the whole thing of, okay, so here's the thing that kind of crosses a little bit with BTE with all the segments that we've seen her like
we know
going
like,
after Orange Cassidy. Yeah.
But like, you don't need to come out
to
I
get
theme.
it. She doesn't need it. I get it. She doesn't need it. So I agree with you on that sense. So, but I swear, like AEW is all about the factions. It seems like
they're faction heavy. Oh my god, Bill sent me a Star Wars clip and it had to do with AEW and factions today. Bill, I was dying at that because I'm a huge Star Wars nerd, and that made me smile from ear to ear and laugh so hard. That was so good. So thanks for that. But anyways. I don't know. I liked her old theme song. It was more alien-y and all that stuff. And then she went around the ringside booping people and
a lot of change.
Yeah,
a lot of change.
I'm good. I'm glad she's back. She looks great. She had a good match. You know, happy for her.
Thunder Rosa, like, can we talk about that? Like her promo, like her
Okay.
promos always get me freaking hyped,
So
man.
yeah, she put 2 different champions on notice, and I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, so she's like, I'm coming for the AEW women's belt, and by the way, Serena Deeb, don't think I've forgotten about you. I want my belt back. Like, are we gonna get 2 belt Rosa in the future?
I'm for it, man.
She'd be the perfect girl to do it. If there's ever going to be a woman to hold both the AEW and the NWA at the same time, it's Thunder Rosa, 100%. Like, that was so good.
It's confusing, right? Because it's like the way that we've been predicting this for months is that we've been saying that Britt Baker is going to take it off Sheeta, right? And I think a lot of people agree. But like, there's so many other different women. Now we're getting hyped. Now we're getting a women's division that we're all about. And it's like, I'm either for Britt or I'm either for Thunder Rosa.
They can still do that. They can have Britt win it and then hold it until they plan on doing that with Rosa. Maybe Rosa eventually wins the NWA belt, holds it for a while, and then wins maybe at like All Out or
like have like Britt Baker win like the AEW and then Thunder Rosa win the NWA and then somewhere along the line like
maybe
All
they do
Out
champion
or something.
versus champion.
Like
winner against
like
both
All
belts.
Out. Yeah. I mean,
we just wrote you AEW steal our shit, man. We just wrote you what to do now. Literally down the line. And then, if you're doing All Out or maybe they do Full Gear, it's going to be the first pay-per-view back with fans because hopefully by then COVID's kind of calmed down a little bit. Up here it's not, but for you guys, hopefully. Because today we just went to another record high. Like we almost reached 5,000 cases in Ontario, which is huge. Yeah. And we're about to go into a curfew lockdown on the weekend. Great. Thank God. I'm happy. Anyways, I hope hopefully by then, we do have fans back and maybe Full Gear, maybe all out, maybe it's All Out because it looks like your country and the vaccination rollout is doing is on time and it's rolling out. Hopefully everything's safe by then. I think that's when you do a match like that.
Right.
Hopefully, if not, I mean they're still going to find a way to do it anyways. Like they're still going to do Thunder Rosa versus Britt Baker if they do that. Like that's the money match right there. Belt, like both titles on the line. And oh my God, hang on a sec.
Oh my God.
Michael Chow TV. That's a blast from the past. Oh my God. So in our Periscope chat, shout outs to you, Michael Chow. So Michael Chow, if you guys don't know, way back when this network was doing just WWE podcast, way back in the day before Tiffany, I actually had a co-host doing the NXT show, and he would come on our podcast all the time as well. Michael Chow TV in the Periscope chat. Shout outs to you, buddy. I hope you're doing well, buddy. I miss you.
Yeah.
You have no idea, man. If you ever want to pop into my DMs and talk, just send me a DM, buddy, and we'll chat because I always love talking wrestling with you. I remember I love doing the podcast with you. They were amazing. So shout out to you, buddy. But look at this production value. Damn, how much is Tony Khan paying you guys? He's paying us 0 times. This is just us upgrading over time, Michael. Just that's what it is, man. It's just us upgrade. We're now doing video podcasts on YouTube. We're on Periscope, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube all at the same time. Yeah. It's just me and Tiff on this network now. Tiff does the indie stuff, and she comes on here and does AEW with me. So, anyway, shout outs to you. But anyways, what else happened on Dynamite? Hobbs and Christian. Gotta talk about that. Yeah. So they're doing this whole thing with Team Taz and trying to recruit Christian. We saw some more deception between Ricky. I think they're doing Ricky versus Brian Cage eventually. That kind of sounds to me like maybe a Double or Nothing match or maybe a Dynamite match eventually. But it kind of looks like Brian Cage is going to separate, or those two are going to have a match, maybe for the FTW belt. We'll see. Michael, we did discuss that in the beginning of the show. I said that I'd love to see Samoa Joe. I think Peyton Royce is going to go over out of all 10. Kalisto would be sweet, but Samoa Joe is the big one. And I think a bunch of other people are going to go to Impact, especially Chelsea Green. Anyways, yes. So Christian came out. Taz cut him off. Pork, and someone pointed this out on Twitter. Christian and Sting have been the ones only to get cut off by Team Taz before they even can cut a promo. Like, they never can cut a promo. They always get cut off. Like, poor guys. But Christian saying no, and then Will Hobbs getting in there. And they attack Christian. So next week we're getting Christian against Will Hobbs?
Is it next week?
Yeah, it's next week. So I'm all for that. Unfortunately, because I love Will Hobbs. Like, I absolutely love Will Hobbs, but I have to go with my Canadian homie. Got to go with Christian next week because, my Canadian home. I got to go with my Canadians, man. Always got to go stick with my Canucks.
My
Canadian homies.
Oh my God.
My homes.
Yeah, April, I feel the same way. I'm done with Team Taz. Like, it's not doing anything for me.
It is kind of fading, and it's unfortunate because it could be something, and people are screaming.
Let it loose.
I mean, do you think, because people are screaming for Layla Hirsch to sign with Team Taz, do you think that's going to do anything, or do you think that's like you don't want to do that because Layla will just get buried? But I mean, she's not really doing anything now, so why not?
The roster's huge, and there's too many people that they have.
The roster's not huge. Okay, I explained this earlier. It's not big.
Okay, well, everything going on in AEW is huge, so it's like.
Anywho.
Anyway.
Yes. So I can't wait for that next week. It's gonna be a good match. And Christian had a really good match against Kazarian, so I imagine him and Hobbs are gonna tear it down. Ethan Page and Scorpio watching the main event is interesting.
Yeah.
So like we had Darby Allin take on Matt Hardy for the TNT belt, which is great main event match. Matt Hardy did a very good job of putting Darby Allin over. He had a really good ending, like Jeff Hardy style ending, like just climbing up that rafter and just doing a coffin drop from the top. They even went backstage in front of Tony Khan in the little gorilla position they have there, and Matt did like a leg drop there. Like this was a good match. There was a lot of near falls, and it was great. It was a very good falls count anywhere match. And you know what moment I liked the most, Tiff? It was cool. Remember when he threw the bat?
Yeah.
When Sting threw the bat at Darby and he caught it, I'm like, oh, that's so cool. That's so cool, man. That's honestly like a moment right there. And there was the beatdown. They had the Dark Order. They had Matt. He did say that he wasn't gonna bring anybody out, and eventually all come out. There's the beef between the Matt Hardy Empire and the Dark Order there. But then Ethan Page and Scorpio, like, what's up with this? What are they? And then Lance Archer came out too, and Lance Archer and Sting had a thing.
Hey,
I don't know if they're having a match. I think if they would have a match, it's going to be cinematic.
Right.
Because there's no way that's going to be a regular match, because Lance Archer will literally, like, kill Sting. Like, everybody dies, and that'll come into play here because Sting is not going to face Lance Archer in a legit match. So I don't know what's going on with that. We'll have to see. But a lot went.
There was no snow.
There's no. There you go, Tiff. Maybe they ran out of money for the snow. I don't know. Maybe because it's getting hotter now and it's just melting. I don't know. I don't know what it is. There's no snow though. I think you can for now.
God, PTSD. Seriously.
It's gonna suck because if they're gonna be at Daly's place in the summertime, we saw last summer how hot and humid it got for some of the wrestlers, and I feel for them.
It's like
the first table spot for AEW's commentary table. That's true, Brad. That was the first time their table ever got destroyed. That's a thing, and it's true because when they had the regular Dynamites, that's kind of like where the location. It was kind of, the announce chambers were always like off to the right of the stage, or the left of the stage. If you're looking straight at the stage, it's always like off to the left. They were never at ringside ever. So, it's funny how that got smashed. I don't even think the Spanish announce table has been smashed yet. So. It's funny how that got smashed first before their Spanish announce table.
Now you said it. Now you put it into the universe. It's going to happen now.
It might happen. But other stuff that quickly happened. Anthony Ogogo had a match, really quickly here. He's a good promo. Very good promo. We saw he cut a very good promo. And me and Bill talked about this last week, that we have to see what he's like in ring. I still can't judge him right now because that really wasn't an in-ring match that I could judge him on, because it was so quick. It was like 3 minutes. He won because he punched him in the gut and the referee stopped the match. They played into his boxing background and how many knockouts he had. So they're kind of, I get it. Like, they want to make him look like he's got a lethal punch because he used to be an Olympic boxer. That's smart. That's smart booking. It's a smart character right there. Right. I can't judge him until I see more out of him. So I can't necessarily judge him. I know he's a good promo, but that's all I'm going to say right now. I don't really know. I can't give a judgment about him. People are already saying like he sucks. I'm like, hey guys, he's had his first wrestling match in AEW, and it was a 3-minute squash, and they made it apparent that his punch is so lethal it can knock somebody out and make the ref stop the match.
Right.
That's something important. So you have to just kind of be patient with him. His theme was cool, Bill. I liked his theme. So we'll see with him. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait on Ogogo. Do want to quickly make mention of this. We're not going to talk too much about it because it's very negative. They did release Ivelisse because of her. I guess there's word that she had a lot of beef with the backstage people. She did like a whole no. I saw the clip. She kind of no-sold a lot with Thunder Rosa, which probably pissed a lot of people off. Yeah. And she had a difference of opinions, and they let her go. It is what it is.
It was also that she had issues with Thunder Rosa, and she didn't want to. Yeah, so it's a bad look, and it's like you have to keep professionalism. You know, it sucks.
You don't want to keep someone around like that if they're just going to keep doing that, though. You're right. So I understand why AEW did it.
Yeah.
So you move on.
And we're gonna move on.
Yeah, and I don't think there was really much else on Dynamite.
No, I think we hit.
I think we did hit everything. Did we not?
Yeah, we did. The only thing we didn't break up was the mask that was removed. That was kind of cool, like from Phoenix.
I did say that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I said that's like I said there was the way they ended the match because they ripped the mask off and needed the double super kick.
Did we talk about the little promo like in between? About with the Young Bucks with Good Brothers and
I mentioned that like it was like Bullet Club style, like it gave me all the vibes of like the New Japan Bullet Club. They had Kenny in the parking lot, and
I love the super kick. All that from Don.
Yeah, from Don Callis.
It was like
Don, man, I appreciate the effort there, but they might have to. Maybe the Young Bucks will teach you how to do a better super kick because I saw his hand like slap straight into the. I don't know if it was a camera angle.
It was funny though. It was like and then
they kind of tease like you never know, like right. They kind of tease like you never know what's gonna happen next with us, and I'm like,
which is good.
Okay.
Oh, Hangman's promo. Can we talk about the little thing that went viral all over Twitter about Jericho grabbing the camera, giving the finger?
Oh right.
That was the other thing that we didn't mention.
That was funny.
It was great. I love that it was like circling all over social yesterday. I don't like this is the best thing ever. Classic Jericho. And then I think other people started putting gifs of like Jericho doing it to other people and to Kenny Omega in New Japan. And I was like, he's the GOAT.
Yeah, Brad mentioned Jericho. That. I remember them in that promo. They said there's gonna be a new member of their group. I guess you can call them the club, the Bullet Club. I don't know what to call these guys. The Elite. Are they the Elite still?
I wouldn't really call them I don't know. I guess we'll have a new name.
New member. Who do you think I don't know if the new member is going to be someone to bring in. If there is a new member, someone from the outside or someone already in the inside. Which
Flip's going to come over.
Takeshita, that would be man. Bill, is that the guy that had the match on their house show? Their house show, from what I seen, was pretty good.
Yeah.
And they actually we saw a lot of taped footage. Oh, his debut. Did that do debut on Elevation? It was Elevation. Okay, maybe that'd be cool. I wouldn't mind if it's someone new that they can elevate. Elevation, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm for it. He was sick. From the footage I seen, he was sick. But
right.
Other than that, anywho. Rihu. That was it for Dynamite. Great episode of Dynamite. Great week in AEW. Cannot wait for next week. We already have a jam-packed show for next week. Cannot wait for that. Oh, God, my iPhone camera light is on. Probably should turn that off. There we go. Anyways, guys, make sure to follow the podcast. Again, like I say every single week here on all our social medias. You can follow us on Facebook at All Elite Podcast. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at All Elite Pod, if you will. And you can follow myself at Real Kyle Masters and Tiffany at Loves to Dream 82. Thank you to all our audio listeners out there. You guys are amazing. I love you all. Our Apple listeners, our Google Podcast listeners, Spotify, iHeartRadio, CastBox, Anchor, Pocket Cast, wherever you're getting your podcast, search up the No Holds Barred Network, and you will get us on audio forms. You get this podcast and all the other wonderful podcasts we offer here on the No Holds Barred Network. If you're an Apple Podcast listener, thank you for giving us a generous 5-star rating. If you haven't, please do so. It helps us in the chartable side of things, and leave us a comment on what you guys think of the No Holds Barred Network, and especially this podcast, the All Elite Podcast. Lastly, but extremely certainly not least, thank you, Darren from This Wolf, for letting us use the song Dead to Me as our official theme song. Is a song you hear in the beginning with the band playing. Darren, again, each and every single week, you mean the absolute world to us for letting us use all your music for our network, and it means a lot to us. So thank you so much for that, Darren. And again, guys, one last time here. I didn't fix Tiff's camera, but that's okay. We are sponsored the month of April by Manscaped. Use the promo code AEPSHAVE at checkout. You're going to save 20% off and free shipping. Get that special gift for yourself. If you're a male, if you are a female and you want to get a special gift for a certain male in your life that, may need a little bit of grooming, got a little bit of quarantine mess happening down there, get him a Manscaped gift set. You'll save 20% and free shipping on your order when you use code AEPSHAVE. And I'd like to thank the Anthony and the members at 5 Second Rule Podcast for that audio commercial in the beginning of the podcast. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for doing that for us. And thank you again to all you listeners out there. If you tune in live on any platform, on YouTube, Periscope, Twitch, Facebook, you guys are awesome. If you are liking everything you guys do, you guys like the podcast, on YouTube, you hit that like button, you're subscribing. Everything you guys do honestly means the world to me and Tiffany. Like everything from you guys liking our posts on Twitter, like all of that is so appreciated here to me and Tiff that it's honestly amazing. And even to you patrons out there, so No Holds Barred Network patrons, we have a Patreon page. You don't have to sign up, but if you want to see some cool content, some content you may not see on YouTube all the time or on audio platforms, we have a show on there called Free For All. Me and Tiff, you see a different side of me and Tiff. We're wacky. We're just out there, and our crazy sides come out. We just posted an episode, an American versus Canadian snacks episode, which Tiffany sent me American snacks. I sent her Canadian snacks, and we tried them out. We're going to be doing more of those because we found a website where we can get snacks from all over the world, and we're going to be doing more of those. It's only as little as $1 a month. Only $1 a month gets you access to that stuff, and it supports me and Tiff here in the network. That money goes back into the network. We'll do more prizes. We're going to do a double or nothing contest as well when it comes around. We're going to do a big contest. I'm looking at another Shop AEW gift card or maybe another prize on top of that, maybe 2 prizes. I'm still kind of brainstorming my way for that, but we're going to have a big double or nothing contest. So all that support goes back into the network. Me and Tiff, we don't make a dime here. Any money we get in the network, we put into the network or we put on the contests. So just wanted to end off with that and my much appreciation for all you guys out there. You guys are amazing and we love you all. So other than that, again, thank you for watching live. Thank you for watching back. Thank you for listening on audio. This has been the All Elite Podcast, episode 131, right here on the No Holds Barred Network, your source for all wrestling podcast content and more. I am your host, as always. I'm your self-proclaimed greatest host, Kyle Masters, and I'm always joined by my co-host. She's the EVP Giggles, the Heartbreak Chick, the Queen of the Indies, the Lady of the Light Tubes, the woman of many nicknames. You know her as Tiffany. And guys, we'll see you guys right back here next week, every Thursday, live at 7 p.m. on YouTube, Twitch, Periscope, and Facebook for the next episode of the All Elite Podcast. We'll see you then.